you can't find a shaving cream without, I think it's called palmitic acid in it. Coconut. Same proteins, it's from the same plant. So I just use that olive soap and it works great. The worst one that makes me so upset is toothpaste. Unless I'm using like one of those super natural, gritty, like hurt your teeth toothpastes, which they only have a few of that don't have coconut. All toothpastes have coconut derivatives. They have either cocoa glucosides or sodium lauryl sulfate or just like straight coconut oil, because it's an emulsifier. It helps to suds. It gives the toothpaste suds. So that's hard. Every time I brush my teeth at night, I get nauseous unless I hurry really, really quick and brush my teeth. I get nauseous about 30 minutes later, and it lasts for like an hour. And that's been really hard for me. I mean, it's happened to me all my life, but I think before I had built up a tolerance to it a little bit. Now that I try to avoid these ingredients, it seems like when I do come in contact with them, it's a little bit worse. But I mean, that's the route that I would rather take. I don't want to continue to subject myself to things that I'm allergic to. I'm just gonna brush my eyebrows now. Oop, wrong end. Anyway, so yeah, and I don't know if I said what laundry detergent I use, but I use a powder laundry soap called Charlie's soap, and it works great. For my softener, which I cannot use any traditional laundry softeners, doesn't work for me at all. I use a teaspoon of citric acid and I put that in the softener hole and with water, and that like softens the water and your laundry. It helps the soap to rinse out a little bit better. So